Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. And in today's video we have this 2022 Ford Escape and we're going to do the Taillight Tint installation for this vehicle. So as you can see, this is how it looks before doing the installation on the taillights. It's just a regular factory taillight lens, and this is how it looks after the installation. So the tint has PPF properties, which means it will protect the lenses from yellowing over time, as well as protect it from any small scratches or any road debris that may hit the lens. If you like the product, link for the product will be down below. But with that being said, let's get started with the installation video. So the tools you need in order to install the tint kit will be Slip Solution, Tack Solution, a heat gun, squeegee, and a microfiber towel. And a step-by-step guide in order to create the two solutions will be in the description below. So before starting with the installation, we need to make sure we prep the taillights. So to prep the taillights, all you need to do is apply Slip Solution onto the taillight lens. And with the clean microfiber towel, start removing any contaminants that the taillight may have. Okay, so to start out with the installation, we're starting off with the piece that goes on the upper section of the taillight for the side. So all you need to do is just apply Slip Solution onto the lens and Slip Solution onto the tint. And with this one, you want to start by aligning this section of the film right on the edge here and make sure the film aligns to this section of the design of the taillight. So now that we have it on the edge and the film is aligned on this side of the taillight, we can go ahead and lift the film, apply Tack Solution, and anchor the film to secure it in this position. So just hold it with one hand, and then with the other hand, just start tightening it down with your squeegee. And now all we need to do is stretch the film, make sure it's still aligned on the bottom half, and just tack it down. And just make sure there's no water bubbles behind the film where we squeegee. And then now that this whole section underneath is tacked down, now we can move on and stretching the film to this edge here. So now we're moving on to this top layer here. So when you install the lower section, you are going to notice you have small fingers on the top layer here. In order to remove these fingers, all you need to do is just apply Slip Solution onto the lens and Slip Solution on the adhesive side of the film. Make sure this area is dry, and we're going to stretch the film. And as we're stretching, we're helping it form to the design of the taillight. So all you need to do is stretch it with the curve. So like that. And now all the fingers that we had here, they're gone. They've been tacked down. So now we just have it aligned and it's at the edge now. So all we need to do is just grab our Tack Solution and start securing the whole film. Hold it with one hand, and with the other hand, just start tacking it down. And if you come across any small fingers on the side here, all you need to do is just apply Tack Solution and then use our heat gun and a microfiber towel with your squeegee to bring them down. So apply heat. Wrap your microfiber towel around your squeegee and then just remove the fingers. And that's it. So now the next thing to do is just making sure everything is tacked down and there's no solution behind the film. If there is, just make sure to remove all the solution that's trapped behind the film. And then once you're done, you would just come back and seal all the edges. That way, once we start with this installation, this whole section is tacked down and sealed and we could install this piece. So just apply Tack Solution all around the film, apply heat, and then we're going to seal all the edges. So now we're moving on with this section of the installation. So all you need to do is just apply Slip Solution to the lens and Slip Solution to the adhesive side of the film and align this section of the film to the edge of the taillight. So align it and just make sure it overlaps just a little bit to this section, because after that, everything else should fall into place. So it should be like this. Spray Tack Solution, that way we're able to anchor the film and it doesn't move when we stretch the film to reach to this edge. So hold it in position with one hand, and with the other hand just use your squeegee to tack it down. And now that we have this section secured, it's not moving, we could just follow along with the rest of the film, stretch it until it reaches that to this edge, hold it in position and just tack it down. And now all we need to do is apply a Tack Solution on the edges of the film. That way we seal it since it's still lifting around the edges. And then apply heat, and we're going to use our microfiber towel to help it tack down. Okay, so now we're moving on with this section here. So with this one, it is a two-piece installation. The reason being is because there is a deep curve on the tail light. So if you notice, it goes in. We need to separate the pieces in order for the tail light to have full coverage. So we're going to start by installing the piece that goes on the bottom. So just apply slip solution onto the lens and slip solution to the film, and start by aligning it on the edge here. Make sure it's aligned, and that should be good. And all we need to do now is just secure it in position. So just apply tack solution, hold it in position while you're tacking it down so that way it doesn't move, and then just tack it down with your squeegee. And just make sure you remove all the solution behind the film, because once we apply the next one, it's going to be hard to remove any solution that's trapped behind the film. So we need to completely seal it and remove all the solution. So dry the tint, double check and see if there's any solution. If there is, just squeegee and remove it. And after you're done removing all the solution, then we could apply heat around the edge. That way we seal the tint and we continue on with the next install. So apply tack solution, grab your heat gun and start applying heat to seal the edges. Okay, so now we're moving on with this piece. So same steps, apply slip solution and align it to the edge here. Once you have it aligned, everything else should fall into place. So you can hold it with one hand, and with the other one, use your finger to guide it and tack it down. So just secure this section of the film first. Apply tack solution, hold it in position and tack it down. And then just work your way to the rest of the film. So just like that. And now to seal it, apply tack solution and heat, and just make sure you remove all the solution behind the film and you should be good. Okay, so now we're working on this section of the tail light. So to start off, we're going to apply slip solution onto the lens and then slip solution to the tint. Once you apply slip solution, align the film to the edge of the tail light here first. So once you align the film to the edge, all we need to do now is secure it. To secure it, apply tack solution on the film, hold it in position, and start tacking it down to secure it in position. Okay, and now we just need to work on each section. So it's just stretching the film, making sure we keep it aligned and reach the edge of the film to the edge of the tail light. For the upper piece, just apply slip solution, make sure it stays aligned, stretch it until you reach the edge. Once you have it on the edge, hold it in position, apply tack solution, and start tagging it down. And just make sure you remove all the solution that's behind the film. And now we can move on with the bottom piece, same steps. Just apply slip solution so the film is able to stretch and align. Keep it aligned and stretch it up to the edge here. Okay, hold it in position, tack solution, grab your squeegee, and tack it down. Once the installation is complete, now we just need to come back and seal all the edges. Since the film is lifting on the edges, we need to completely seal it before we move on to the next piece. So to seal all the edges, just apply tack solution, grab your heat gun, apply heat all around, and we're going to use our microfiber towel to tack it down. So start from this side on the curve, help it tack down, and then just make your way to one side and then to the other side. So once you finish installing this piece for the tail light, we can move on with the last piece for the tail light. So for this one, we need to make sure we align the film on this edge first and work our way in stretching the film and aligning it to this edge. So apply slip solution onto the lens and slip solution to the tint film and align it right on the edge. So it's to be aligned on the edge. So once you have it aligned, all we need to do now is tack this section down. So to tack it down, we're going to lift it and apply tack solution. And we can use our finger to help it tack down since it is a small area to work with. Now that most of it has been tacked down, we could come back with our squeegee to apply more pressure. When you see the film, it's not covering the top layer here, so we need to come back, lift it carefully, and align it to the top edge. So lift it, make sure this stays tacked down, and just align it and tack it down. So everything's good here. And now let's start tagging it down little by little and making our way downward to the curve. And that's pretty much it. So now the whole film is tacked down around the curve. All we need to do now is apply heat and tack solution. That way the film stays tacked down and it doesn't lift. So just apply tack solution, heat all around, and use your microfiber towel to tack it down. So as you can see, everything's tacked down and we're good to go. And now we move on to the last step, which is post-heating the entire tail light. So the last thing to do once we finish with the whole installation is to post-heat the entire tail light. So to post-heat, all you need to do is apply tack solution all around the film and making sure we apply it around the edges where we overlap, where there's a curve. That way the film stays tacked down and secured. And then just grab your heat gun, apply heat all around the film. And we're going to use our microfiber towel to help it tack down and help remove any solution that's trapped behind the film on the edges. And then once you're done with this step, you're done with the installation. Thank you for choosing Bogar Tech Design. As a small business, your support means everything to us. If you loved your product, please drop a review. If you have questions or issues, don't forget to message us via email. Once again, thank you so much for the support from our family to yours. So that concludes the installation video for the Taillight Tints for the 2022 Ford Escape. We hope that this video helped you guys out with the installation. If it did, don't forget to drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell. That way you don't miss any of our upcoming installation videos. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.